Let me tell you about a game that I think is just like criminally underhyped. Coimbra. This is a medium weight dice placement game for 2 to 4 players. And before I go on, can we just take a moment to appreciate this gorgeous board? I just love how colorful it is. The game is played over 4 rounds, and each round, each player will draft 3 dice. They take their chosen die, they put it in one of these little castle things that matches their player color, and then they put it in one of these queues for either cards or one of these tiles up here. These little dice tiles come into play when you have fewer than 4 players. Once everyone's placed their 3 dice, it's time to draft your cards or tiles based on your placement in the queue. For the cards, the higher the value of your dice, the sooner you're going to get to choose. And up here, when you're drafting these tiles, the lower your value, the sooner you get to choose. And the value of your die is going to determine how much your chosen card costs when you're drafting cards. So you'll want to keep those things in mind when you're drafting the dice, because the values will matter and the colors are going to matter as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. The cards also have multiple functions. This icon in the top left is going to determine the type of currency you need to pay to draft that card. You have 2 types, coins and shields. Each card also has a benefit at the bottom that's going to be activated at different times. This one is an end game scoring one. This one with the lightning bolt you get immediately. And every time you draft a card, you move up on the matching track based on the value of that card. So if I got this card, it would let me move up 2 on the green track. And these tracks are important not just because you're competing with your opponents to get points for being the highest in each track, but also at the end of each round, you might be generating income based on where you're at on these tracks. You also might get points at the end of the game for sets of these little banners that are underneath the numbers on some of the cards. So like a lot to think about when you're deciding which cards you want. Once the card drafting portion of each round is over, then players are going to return their dice back to the pool one at a time. And for each die they have, which will be 3, they can activate the matching track to generate income. Orange and gray will generate you money. Purple will allow you to move around the board, which is really important because this could generate you points, and these tiles have some really awesome benefits, and green will get you points. The white die allows you to choose which one you want. And at the end of each round, players get the opportunity to claim one of these journey cards that are randomly put out at the bottom of the board during setup, and they do cost quite a bit of money, but they can generate quite a bit of points. So I love this game so much. I am obsessed with all of the colors. I love how the dice and the cards have multiple purposes, so there's just so much to think about.